Human behavior flows from three main sources: desire, emotion, and knowledge. The madness of love is the greatest of heaven's blessings. Education is teaching our children to desire the right things. There are three classes of men: lovers of wisdom, lovers of honor, and lovers of gain. Courage is knowing what not to fear. In politics, we presume that everyone who knows how to get votes knows how to administer a city or a state. When we are ill, we do not ask for the handsomest physician or the most eloquent one. You should not honor men more than truth. There are two things a person should never be angry at: what they can help and what they cannot. When men speak ill of thee, live so as nobody may believe them. The beginning is the most important part of the work. How can you prove whether at this moment we are sleeping and all our thoughts are a dream, or whether we are awake and talking to one another in the waking state? The object of education is to teach us to love what is beautiful. A house that has a library in it has a soul. Necessity is the mother of invention. Those who are able to see beyond the shadows and lies of their culture will never be understood, let alone believed by the masses. Death is not the worst that can happen to men. The greatest wealth is to live content with little. Bodily exercise, when compulsory, does no harm to the body, but knowledge, which is acquired under compulsion, obtains no hold on the mind. Beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. No man should bring children into the world who is unwilling to preserve to the end in their nature and education. Character is simply habit long continued. An empty vessel makes the loudest sound, so they that have the least wit are the greatest babblers. Excellence is not a gift, but a skill that takes practice. We do not act rightly because we are excellent. In fact, we achieve excellence by acting rightly. Musical innovation is full of danger to the state, for when modes of music change, the fundamental laws of the state also change with them. You're my star, a stargazer too, and I wish that I were heaven with a billion eyes to look at you. Love is simply the name for the desire and pursuit of the whole. People are like dirt. They can either nourish you and help you grow as a person, or they can stunt your growth and make you wilt and die. Good actions give strength to ourselves and inspire good actions in others. The soul takes nothing with her to the next world but her education and her culture. At the beginning of the journey to the next world, one's education and culture can either provide the greatest assistance, or else act as the greatest burden to the person who has just died. A hero is born among 100, a wise man is found among 1,000, but an accomplished one might not be found even among 100,000 men. I will teach children music, physics, and philosophy, but most importantly music, for the patterns in music and all the arts are the keys to learning. Poets utter great and wise things which they do not themselves understand. Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a harder battle. Every heart sings a song, incomplete until another heart whispers back. Those who wish to sing always find a song. At the touch of a lover, everyone becomes a poet. Wise men speak because they have something to say. Fools because they have to say something. We can easily forgive a child who is afraid of the dark. The real tragedy of life is when men are afraid of the light. Only the dead have seen the end of war. The price good men pay for indifference to public affairs is to be ruled by evil men. Do not train a child to learn by force or harshness, but direct them to it by what amuses their minds, so that you may be better able to discover with accuracy the peculiar bent of the genius of each. The heaviest penalty for declining to rule is to be ruled by someone inferior to yourself. According to Greek mythology, humans were originally created with 4 arms, 4 legs, and a head with 2 faces. Fearing their power, Zeus split them into 2 separate parts, condemning them to spend their lives in search of their other halves. I am the wisest man alive, for I know one thing, and that is, I know nothing. Never discourage anyone who continually makes progress, no matter how slow. Love is a serious mental disease. One of the penalties of refusing to participate in politics is that you end up being governed by your inferiors. Good people do not need laws to tell them how to act responsibly, while bad people will find a way around the laws. The measure of a man is what he does with his power. Ignorance, the root and stem of every evil. If women are expected to do the same work as men, we must teach them the same things. I'm trying to think. Don't confuse me with facts. There is truth in wine and children. Those who tell the stories rule society.